the duck? Gonna be okay, just stay with me. Really an unbound? That can't be. Dougal, you don't have to let this happen. No. They're coming for you. Join me and we can find the stone. I won't. They don't care about you anymore, not after this. But the knights, I have nothing to do with them. This is my own mission. That's what they want you to think. I suppose there's no sense of talking to you in this state. Adena, did she? What was that? There was something which flashed up. Yeah, that was definitely the thing we saw at the beginning. Adena, did she? She took it hard. Very hard. But in the end, she renounced your name in front of the Inquisitors. Ugh. You still have a choice, you know. So be it. I don't know what's happening here either. Why can't I remember anything? Well, progressive Vathor-induced memory loss. It's spreading through your brain. Soon you won't even remember who I am. Ugh. Will it stop? I doubt it. Not unless you unleash your power, that is. No, I'd rather forget. Fine then, take your bat and stay chained in the dungeons like a mongrel. You'll realise eventually you can't run from what you are. I wouldn't rather forget. But, yeah. I open my eyes and realise that I've been transported to a place I've never seen before. Wait, that's not quite right. I feel like I have seen it here before, somewhere. Yes, you've dreamt it. The big wooden clock in front of you. It is a city that glows in fiery gold and orange hues, seemingly unchanging. A pleasant warmth permeates my entire body as if I was sitting in front of a crackling bonfire. Strangely, I feel more at home here than I've ever felt traversing the icy wastes. I stumble towards the woman on the balcony, bleeding, tattered, and unable to wipe away my dirt-stained tears before I sob and let fall some more even. I find myself surrendering my will to her as I fall to my knees upon the sand-coloured stone. Welcome, Dougal. I have been expecting you. That's so cliched. You were? It is a pity you were privy to those errant memories, but no matter. You have found me just the same. Who are you? To you, I am a goddess, but I think the real question you should ask yourself is, who are you? That's obvious. Is it really? You are a living contradiction, Dougal, a human and a monster. A man who lives in the present without knowing the past, a friend and a fugitive. You were able to unlock the stone that allowed you to commune with me, but can you answer why? Perhaps if you knew. Angered at her smug tone, I grit my teeth. She sure doesn't feel like a goddess. It's almost as if she doesn't care. I thought that the one responsible for saving me from death might be benevolent, but it started to seem like she did it simply to amuse herself. Don't blame me for this. It was that piece of garbage statue that killed Lamia. And she would have not have perished had you been worthy of coming before me. You were the one who fled from the truth, Dougal. Do you not remember how you attempted to sever your connection to me? How ironic that you need me so badly. My connection? You are not merely an alchemist nor an unbound. You're a guardian, a descendant of the Knights of Argath himself. The Knights of... A searing pain runs through my mind. With it come feelings of fear, nervousness, and guilt. No. No. You seem distraught. Did I unlock a memory I should have left alone? Never mind that. Tell me how to save her. Allow me into your heart, and I will grant you the power to save her. Your responsibilities will be relinquished. I've come all this way to find the stone, and now I have to leave? What about me? You are irrelevant. Irrelevant? What makes me irrelevant? This is what you wanted, is it not? To be a hero, to save the one you love? Then continue your charade and leave me be. I find myself becoming more and more enraged. Not even she cares about what happened to Lamia, even though it was her own statue that killed her. Wait, maybe I'm getting all of this wrong. After all, alchemy is forged by the clash of opposites. If I was a contradiction, then why would I be unworthy? If anything, I'd be more suited than anyone to speak with her. We only know the power of one element when facing the death of another. I find a thought creeping into my mind, one too terrible to put into words. Can it be that this was just another test? Can Lamia's death be accidental or something else entirely? Was it really the statue that killed her? Was it the statue or was it you? Answer me, what happened to Lamia? So you continue to refuse to obey me. What a poor guardian you truly are. No, I'm tired of running. I want answers. I will not suffer fools. If you cannot understand your place, then you will perish as well. I might be a guardian, but I'm not your servant. Enough! No. Not this time. I'm not leaving. Not until I know who you really are. Even if I have to die here. And now? I refuse. What? How are you still here? No, stop! You will be struck down! Cease this at... Oh, lordy. Once. When I open my eyes, I see myself standing in the same place, though the surroundings are vastly different. The walls, though ornately detailed, are crumbling and scarred by curtains of glass. A sandstorm ravages the once great city, now reduced to a crumbling pile of dust. The sky crackles with roiling thunder and lightning. I can barely make it out past the vast storm surrounding us. I can see a lone figure amidst this dust and smoke and recoil at the sight of the goddess's new appearance. Avert your eyes! Do not dare gaze upon me this form! Her lizard-like tail sways back and forth, molten hands running across, hide that shines like polished stone, yet flexes like skin. Beneath the cracks, flame flickers gently, a glowing orb beating like a heart. She hisses, annoyed at my refusal to obey, but simultaneously intrigued by my resolve. I move to speak, but the smell chokes me up, as if I were inhaling the ashes of a burning building. I'm surprised that I can still breathe, much less survive in such a place. Who are you really? Answer me. So you can see through the illusion. Fine, what can I do to make you go away? You could start by telling me the truth. The truth, Dougal, is that I am no goddess. My name is Salamandra, the former ruler of this world. I look out upon the land again and come to a realization. It looks awfully familiar, because I've seen it in the sky for all my life. The Red Moon? Yes, this is my home. Your world has Sanctum. This is Abydos, the fallen solar capital. Although I was once the ruler of Devia, as you can see, it is not exactly hospitable to life any longer, due to circumstances beyond my control. Circumstances? What Wait, you don't mean the goddess war, do you? You humans, so content in your ignorance as not to question your past. Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. By telling you this, you will be condemned to death, but as you can see, that is the nature of those who seek enlightenment. I'm not sure I want to ask her who would be worse than the Empire to get on the bad side of, but a sinking feeling in my stomach tells me it's exactly who I thought it would be. The Goddess and the Demon King. Mere lies created to serve the purposes of the one who calls herself Horus. The Goddess War was not started by any demon, but by Horus herself. The Infinitum is not a void, but a place where living beings dwell. The humans called them spirits. You're telling me that you're one of these spirits? Using alchemy, the spirits were formed into being called elementals. Those who were the key to the power of the ancients, my guardian, my creator, was Argath. Argath? You mean Argath the demon? As I said, that was a lie. You saw it for yourself. Argath came to love me as the one who brought me to the world. But somehow he kindled within me the fire of emotion, thought to be only possessed by humans. Oris had also developed emotion over the many years of her rule, but it grew into mistrust. She desired to preemptively destroy any possible threats to her power. By this time, the ancients had forgotten that they once created us and worshipped us instead. Right, hang on. I accidentally skipped something there. Oris manipulated the Ferens to despise the humans as inferior beings who should be cleansed from the universe. The Ferens? You mean the same Ferens as the Council? The Council is a farce compared to what they were once capable of. They were the first creations of Oris, the goddess you so adore. Of course, they, like humanity, were merely pawns to her, easily manipulated. The Ferens of Permia waged a jihad against Devia, the goddess war. You would think they would be evenly matched, but she possessed a secret weapon that tipped the balance in her favour. The Ark! It seems she had planned this contingency for quite some time, even before the creations of the Feren themselves. Unprepared, I was forced to abandon large swaths of the surface to her invasion force. Unable to match their abilities, Argath asked me to devise a way to augment their familiars, and I created the Unbound. The demons. An Unbound is a synthesis of mortal and familiar. At first, they were treated as exiles, but as their numbers swelled, they took pride in their status and the power they possessed. Just how many of them were there? At the peak of the conflict, there existed many thousands. Argath was already a leader, but other generals arose who nearly matched his power. Abenarch, the warrior, who could kill and heal in the same touch. Karela, the thunderbolt, whose celestial bow went beyond the sky. And, of course, Vasan, the traitor. I was about to respond, but stopped short at that last one. Unlike the others, I could swear I heard that name before. However, Salamandra simply belied a smirk and continued her explanation. The Ferens were many, but the Unbound fought back through indomitable will. Soon we reached a stalemate. However, we made one fatal mistake. We did not strike the final blow. Despite my warnings, my subjects refused to destroy the Ark. Doing so would mean risking the obliteration of Permia itself. However, Oris was simply buying time to interrogate the Azoth, the creation she stole from us. You must have seen from my memories what transpired thereafter. I was forced to flee this world within the stone. Argath stayed behind, sacrificing himself to keep me safe. Through his efforts, the plans of Oris were halted, at least for the time being. Argath's legacy did not die there. The Guardians kept watch over the stone for centuries. Many followed in his footsteps, and many more abandoned their duty for fear of being hunted down by those who would call them demons. You are one of the latter. Your cowardice has proven that you are no longer worthy of carrying that name. We've come this far. We've ballsing come this far. We'll save over our oldest one. Look at our chaos. Then you must die. It didn't erase our chaos. God, there's still more. I'm sick and tired of trying to prove myself to her. I'm not the student, I'm the master. This weak lizard standing in front of me can never withstand the power of a service-trained alchemist. Whatever ruler she might have been 1,000 years ago is long gone. She had to resort to fancy parlour tricks just to hide herself from me. I have no patience for people who don't realise when their time is up. My psychological training is more than enough to send her crying back to whatever dimensional hole she slinked out of. Abandon my duty? No. I realised that I couldn't get anywhere by following your orders. Oris and you, they're just one and the same. If I stopped Oris, you would just take control. You pitiful fool, you will never be able to save Lammy if you renounce my name. Oh really? We'll see about that once I have all of your power. You'll never be able to control it. Your form is too feeble to handle the vast energies I possess. That's just what you think. Coming at me, lizard brain. You dare hurl petty insults at me? You're a shadow of what you could be, Guardian. Don't tell me what I can say. I don't need you to be an Unbound. I must say, I look much more badass than I thought. I should never have saved you when I did. You had squandered your potential long before you ever came here. You should be grateful that someone like me will hold your power. It's better than rotting away in this stone forever. You are not a worthy successor. You are nothing. That does it. Time to see what this sword can really do. Die, die, die. You. Take this! No. Impossible. How could you have become so strong? Or perhaps I have become weak. Just give up. The elementals aren't the true heirs to this world. You should have died a long time ago. You know not the wrath of Horus. Don't worry. By the time we meet, I'll be far more powerful. With an outstretched arm, I absorbed all that remains of Salamandra's power. It rushes through my body, filling me with an energy the likes of which I have never felt before. Incredible. I really do feel like a god. Those idiots who threw me out of the Empire will never see it coming. The world begins to break apart around me, the illusion finally ending. I feel myself returning to reality, to Icebound.